Greetings, Doctor. My name is ARUN metric number 287797. Now I would like to explain about the audit quality and auditor liability. We have identified four main audit quality. The first one is independence. Professional auditors should continuously update and develop their knowledge. The second one is competence. Auditor must be responsible to develop the trust that results in prudent judgment. The third one is objectivity. Moral standard that should guide auditing to produce and comprehensive audits. And the last one is integrity, which is ability to make decisions with an objective mindset throughout the audit. Moving on, auditor liability falls into two parts. The first one is criminal offences and the second one is civil offences. In this scenario, auditors could face criminal charges and civil charges for actions like contract breach, negligence, gross negligence, and also fraud. That's all from me. Let me pass it to the next person.
Now let us discuss about 1MDB, which is also known as One Malaysia Development Berhad, founded in 2009. It was planned to serve as a sovereign wealth fund entity under the leadership of Datuk Seri Najib Razak. Prior to the controversy, the main goal of 1MDB was to promote Malaysia's sustainable economic development through partnership and strategic investment. 1MDB scandal shocked the world as one of the biggest financial scandal, which is first uncovered in 2015 that involved accusation of fraud, theft and money laundering. 2.7 billion fund allegedly was stolen by the mastermind Jolo Najib Razak Rizal Aziz and Al-Qubaisi. The stolen money were used to pay bribe, buy yacht and real estate, fine art and even fund the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Initially, INSYIRAH accountable for 2009 and 2010 audit work, then it was taken over by KPMG in 2011 until 2013. Both of the company were terminated after some verified detail as is not given by 1MDB. It was then changed to Deloitte up until 2015, then stayed off as the investigation on the scandal has already started. It was also reported overseas firm Parker Randall involved in auditing 1MDB financial statement. However, it was unclear about the involvement. 1MDB scandal had also raised question whether the responsible auditor has the qualified abilities in auditing the financial statement.
It is important for auditors to be competent and independent so they can provide a true and fair audit opinion.
Deloitte has provided an untrue statement regarding 1MDB's account as they have signed off a healthy going concern even though the company has 2 billion ringgit Malaysia debt. The auditor's report became unreliable since 1MDB failed to pay the amount in time.
When EY was the first firm to audit 1MDB's account, the company did the audit work meticulously that they were suspecting some unspecified investments. Therefore, they were safe from any lawful act because 1MDB had dismissed EY before the firm could sign off any reports. Next, KPMG as the second firm was exposed to breach of contract and negligence since they failed to provide a true and fair assessments throughout the years. They were fined $80 million for the breach, while Deloitte was sued 2.2 million ringgit Malaysia by the Securities Commission due to committing two breaches of statutory law that did not comply with the Capital Markets and Services Act 2007.
Next, we move to greatest impact from the auditor's problem. First is incompetence. Number one, did not truly analyze important linked party transaction or appropriately confirm the existence of 1MDB's asset. It is because Deloitte neglected to adhere to correct auditing protocol. Number two, failed to look into large payment made to Najib Razak and his associated. It is because Deloitte failed to recognize and disclose possible fraud. Second, breach of statutory duty. Number one is the 1MDB scandal easy to happen. Number two, it harms Deloitte's reputation as well as that of the auditing industry as a whole. And number three, the financial market ceases to trust in them.
There are a few recommendations that can be used to improve the audit quality of 1MDB. These suggestions can ensure the competency and independency of the auditors. First of all, the audit firm can do a thorough background check regarding the potential auditor to find any personal connection or a weak spot, such as financial issues, that can be used to influence their independency. Next, the firm can also appoint a review team to verify the findings of the first team of auditors to assist in catching any odd documents in case the auditors have been influenced by the entity. Lastly, the firm can also appoint a qualified auditors with a clean record of not committing any previous fraud alongside the new editors. This can ensure that the newly appointed auditors will only follow the ethical conducts of the qualified auditor. Moving on to the recommendation to reduce auditors' liability. These suggestions are made in the context of 1MDB. First of all, for breaching of common law, firms can apply the accountability theory, which encourages employees to not commit negligence with the threat of legal consequences. For example, being fined or losing their job. Next, for breach of statutory duty, firms can prepare a disclaimer of liability beforehand that limits the responsibility of the auditors to protect them in situations where the breach of statutory duty was influenced by the client.